Welcome back to the B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we're going to dive deep into the intricate and ever-complicated web of relationships that entangles Ridge Forrester, Steffi Forrester, and Brooke Logan. As we unravel this ongoing drama, we'll examine the way Ridge's actions and decisions seem to be so heavily influenced by Steffi's every demand, and how this often comes at a significant cost to the other people in his life. With Steffi exerting such dominance over Ridge's behavior, we'll explore whether Ridge is simply a man so accustomed to following orders that he's lost his sense of autonomy, or if there's something deeper, perhaps even fear, that's driving him to blindly follow her wishes. Today, we're not just analyzing the events on the surface, but diving into the psychology behind Ridge's choices and the emotional consequences for everyone involved. Over the years, we've seen Ridge Forrester make countless decisions that leave us questioning his motivations, but one thing has become crystal clear: when it comes to Steffi, Ridge seems to act like a man who's afraid to rock the boat. His responses to her demands are so predictable, it's almost as if he fears some great disaster will befall him or his family if he doesn't comply. Is he so conditioned to bowing to Steffi's will that he no longer even considers his own desires? Or, is there an underlying fear at play, a concern that if he doesn't toe the line, Steffi could withdraw her affection, or worse, make him feel guilty for not complying? The nature of their relationship begs the question: has Ridge lost his ability to think for himself, or is there a deeper psychological reason why he follows Steffi's every wish so obediently? For years, Ridge has been a father figure to both Steffi and Hope Logan, raising them alongside each other. Yet, there seems to be a significant difference in how Ridge treats these two women. While he seems to dote on Steffi, putting her desires at the forefront, he takes a much harsher stance with Hope. This stark contrast has left many wondering why Ridge is so quick to support Steffi's demands, while Hope can do nothing right in his eyes. Hope, despite her constant efforts to be a loving sister, often finds herself in the role of the bad sister, forced to take the fall for anything that goes wrong, no matter how much she tries to be the better person. It's as if Ridge has decided that Hope will always be in the wrong, despite the fact that Steffi's actions often cause just as much, or more, conflict within their family. Why does Ridge allow this dynamic to persist, even when it's clear that Hope is simply trying to live her life on her own terms, free from the judgments and constraints her father places on her? Meanwhile, Brooke Logan, Ridge's wife, has long had a complicated relationship with Ridge, and it's evident that Ridge has never truly embraced Brooke as his equal, despite their years together and even the moments when Brooke referred to him as a father figure. When Deacon Sharp returned to town, Ridge's animosity towards him flared up once again, especially when Brooke was forced to confront her past. Ridge took an extreme and somewhat controlling approach, forbidding Hope from even seeing Deacon, her biological father, in an effort to keep Brooke away from the man who had once been a significant part of her life. This wasn't just about Deacon's return, it was a direct challenge to Brooke's autonomy. Ridge was unwilling to accept that Hope had every right to reconnect with her father after years of estrangement. For Ridge, it wasn't just about protecting Brooke, it was about asserting control over a situation that he felt threatened by. Yet, Hope wasn't about to let her father slip through her fingers again, and despite Ridge's overbearing tactics, she chose to pursue a relationship with Deacon, regardless of the consequences. In this sense, Ridge's actions reflect a deep-seated insecurity and control issue that has never fully been addressed. Ridge's grudge against Deacon Sharp doesn't end with his return to town, it's something Ridge has held on to for years, refusing to let go of past mistakes. One of the most significant and unforgivable offenses in Ridge's eyes was the drunken kiss between Brooke and Deacon. Despite the fact that Brooke was manipulated into drinking that night, Ridge has never been able to let go of this incident, continuing to use it as a weapon against both Brooke and Hope. This obsession with the past and his need to keep Deacon and Brooke's relationship in the public eye has placed an enormous strain on his marriage. While Brooke has apologized and explained that she was not in control of her actions that night, Ridge refuses to see things from her perspective. Instead, he uses Deacon's presence in Brooke's life as an excuse to keep their relationship in a constant state of turmoil. What's even more troubling is that Steffi, Ridge's own daughter, has taken it upon herself to keep this argument alive, using her father's grudge against Deacon as leverage to manipulate Ridge into doing what she wants. It's clear that Steffi sees this as a way to secure her parents' reunion, but it comes at the expense of both Brooke's happiness and Ridge's emotional well-being. As much as Steffi pretends to be an innocent bystander in her parents' relationship drama, the truth is, she's anything but. She is, in fact, a master manipulator, constantly playing both sides to ensure her own desires are met. Every time Steffi complains about not wanting to act as a matchmaker for her parents, she's inadvertently doing just that. She pushes Ridge and Taylor back together, all while pretending to be the voice of reason. She knows exactly what she's doing, and it works every time. Ridge, for all his years of experience and wisdom, is unable to see through Steffi's game. His desire to please her is so strong that he disregards the impact her actions have on the other people in his life, especially Brooke. Ridge is so caught up in trying to meet Steffi's expectations that he's become numb to the emotional turmoil he's causing to the woman he claims to love. This situation leaves us wondering, why is Ridge so willing to let Steffi manipulate him? At this point, it's clear that Ridge is terrified of upsetting her. Every time Steffi complains or whines about wanting things to go her way, Ridge jumps into action, bending over backward to make sure her needs are met. It's as though he believes that if he doesn't comply with Steffi's demands, something terrible will happen. But is this just a deeply ingrained habit, or is there an underlying fear that Ridge can't shake? Has Steffi somehow convinced him that she holds the key to his happiness, and if he doesn't give her what she wants, he'll lose everything? It's difficult to say, but one thing is for sure, Ridge's actions are no longer his own. They're dictated by Steffi's influence, and it's causing a rift that seems irreparable. At this stage in the game, it may be time for Brooke to take a hard look at her relationship with Ridge and acknowledge that he will never put her first. No matter how many times they reconcile, Ridge always finds an excuse to break her heart, to push her away, and to prioritize his daughter's happiness over hers. It may be time for Brooke to stop begging for Ridge's attention and to take control of her own life. Perhaps it's time for her to walk away, to cut ties with Ridge once and for all, and to show him what life without her could be like. If Brooke were to cut off communication with Ridge completely, it would be interesting to see how long it would take for him to come running after her. Would he finally realize what he's lost, or would he simply continue to pursue Taylor and Steffi's version of what's best for him? Either way, it's clear that Brooke deserves better than a man who cannot prioritize her over his own insecurities and the manipulation of his daughter. As we continue to watch this complicated drama unfold, the question remains, will Ridge ever break free from Steffi's hold and learn to make decisions based on his own feelings? Or will he remain trapped in a cycle of emotional manipulation, constantly bending to Steffi's will while sacrificing his relationships with those who love him the most? One thing is for sure, the road ahead for Ridge, Brooke, and Steffi is bound to be filled with more twists and turns, and we'll be here every step of the way to break it all down for you. Next, we will learn about an exciting new twist in the storyline surrounding Luna Nozawa, Bill Spencer, and the unexpected challenges she faces. As we dive into this captivating drama, we'll examine the significant turning point Luna is currently experiencing, her potential redemption, and the possible danger that lurks ahead when she meets Remy Price. Can Luna successfully navigate the complex web she finds herself in, or will she face her ultimate test in a way that could change everything for her and the Spencer family? As the week of February 17, 2025 unfolds, the bold and the beautiful spoilers tease an intriguing encounter between Luna and Remy. Following her release from prison, Remy makes his way to Bill's mansion, where Luna catches him staring intently at Will Spencer's photo on the mantel. This moment of tension is loaded with implication. Remy's arrival signals a desire for revenge, particularly against Will, who was responsible for taking Remy down during that dramatic rooftop encounter. It's clear that Remy's intentions are far from innocent, and Luna, caught in the middle, may find herself playing a critical role in what happens next. Could Luna use her knowledge of the Spencer family to her advantage? With the potential for both danger and opportunity, this meeting could lead to unforeseen consequences. The dynamics between Luna and Remy take on even more complexity when we consider the possibility that Luna might be able to trick Remy in order to protect Will's life. Although Luna has her own complicated history, her budding feelings for Will Spencer could provide the motivation she needs to rise above her past actions. If Remy targets Will in an effort to get closer to Electra Forrester, Luna might find herself in the position to save the day, earning herself a much-needed redemption. But this would come at a cost. Saving Will could create unexpected tensions, especially with Electra, who is falling in love with Will at the same time. Could Luna's actions complicate the relationship between Will and Electra? The possibilities are endless, and we're left wondering how Luna will navigate the emotional and ethical complexities of her choices. Before this fateful encounter, however, Luna was already experiencing a significant transformation. At first, Luna seemed like a character who was on a dangerous and self-destructive path. She had abandoned her family in pursuit of a fantasy, leading her to commit a series of crimes without much regard for the consequences. However, a recent moment of reflection has left Luna questioning her past decisions. During an unexpected encounter, Luna overheard Liam Spencer talking about her criminal actions, and it seemed to hit her harder than expected. Luna finally began to grasp the impact of her actions on others, especially Finn, whose wife she had held hostage. She had never truly considered how her crimes affected Finn, but hearing Liam's perspective opened her eyes to the damage she had caused. Luna began to realize that her pursuit of a fantasy came at the expense of the people she once cared about. For the first time, Luna felt genuine empathy, not just for Finn, but for others as well. Luna's emotional awakening marks a crucial turning point for her character. It's as if she is starting to rediscover her humanity after a period of emotional numbness. This shift isn't just superficial. It reflects a deep internal change, one that could reshape Luna's future and determine whether she can find redemption. Could this newfound empathy lead her to make better choices moving forward? If Luna continues down this path of self-reflection and growth, we might see a completely different side of her, one that could eventually make her a more sympathetic character in the eyes of viewers. But what exactly triggered this change in Luna? It's likely that her interactions with the Spencer family, particularly the moments where she overheard others discussing her past, served as a wake-up call. Luna's character was once defined by her reckless choices and lack of remorse, but now she seems to be grappling with the consequences of her actions. This is a crucial development, not just for Luna, but for the entire storyline. As Luna begins to see the world through a more empathetic lens, she may find herself in situations where she has to choose between her own desires and doing the right thing. Will Luna choose to help those she once wronged, or will she return to her old ways, driven by a need for power or revenge? One of the most intriguing aspects of Luna's transformation is the possibility that she could redeem herself by protecting Will Spencer from Remy. This would be a dramatic and unexpected shift for a character who has previously shown little regard for others. If Luna manages to outsmart Remy, it would not only prove her growth, but also create a ripple effect that could complicate the already tense relationships between Will, Electra, and even the rest of the Spencer family. In typical soap opera fashion, complicated emotions and unresolved tensions will undoubtedly arise as Luna's redemption arc unfolds. The question remains: will Luna's actions ultimately strengthen or damage the bonds she's trying to rebuild with those around her? As we reflect on Luna's journey, it's clear that her character has evolved from someone driven by selfish desires to someone capable of introspection and empathy. The stakes have never been higher for Luna, as she faces the possibility of redemption, and the potential to alter the course of her future. Will she succeed in protecting Will and, in doing so, finally prove that she's capable of making better choices? Or will her past mistakes catch up with her in ways that she can't escape? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Luna Nozawa's story is far from over, and her future is full of potential twists and turns. So, as we continue to follow this evolving storyline, one thing is clear: Luna Nozawa is on the verge of either a major breakthrough or a catastrophic setback. With her meeting with Remy Price fast approaching, the possibilities are endless. Will she find the strength to redeem herself, or will she fall back into the web of deceit that has defined so much of her life? Next, we're diving into the complex and ever-changing love lives of Hope Logan, Steffi Forrester, and Liam Spencer. As we explore the shifts that are about to happen, we'll take a closer look at the potential for romantic drama that could leave Liam torn between two women. With both Hope and Steffi possibly facing single status, who will Liam ultimately choose, and how will the situation unfold? Let's unpack the latest developments and predict what could happen next in this tangled love triangle. As we look at the recent events surrounding Liam, we see his romantic life taking a series of unexpected turns. Hope Logan has been in a long-term relationship with Carter Walton, but things are looking increasingly uncertain for the couple. While Hope has been navigating challenges in her relationship, Carter has been dealing with his own struggles. His recent betrayal of Ridge Forrester has left him feeling guilty, and this emotional turmoil seems to be seeping into his personal life, particularly his connection with Hope. It's becoming clear that Carter is under immense pressure, and the cracks in his relationship with Hope are starting to show. As the weight of his past mistakes grows heavier, Carter might begin to recognize that Hope's behavior, which has occasionally bordered on manipulation, may be taking a toll on him. This could very well be the beginning of the end for their romance, leaving Hope facing the prospect of being single and heartbroken once again. If Hope and Carter do break up, it's possible that Hope will find herself at a crossroads in her life, trying to pick up the pieces and figure out her next move. This could be a prime opportunity for Liam to make a play for Hope's heart once again. Liam, who has a long and complicated history with Hope, might see this as the perfect moment to step in and offer her the emotional support she needs. However, as we've seen in the past, things aren't always so straightforward. Hope might be reluctant to fully embrace Liam again, especially considering their past history and her current emotional state. But could Liam's feelings for Hope be enough to make him pursue her again, even if it means taking a risk? This is where things start to get complicated, because while Hope might be on the verge of another heartbreak, there's another factor at play: Steffi Forrester. Steffi Forrester, who has been married to Finn for years, might soon find herself on the precipice of singlehood as well. After Finn recently discovered that he is the father of Luna Nozawa, a shocking paternity revelation, things are about to get even more complicated for Steffi. As Finn grapples with the implications of this new information, it's clear that he has a lot to process, especially in terms of how it might impact his marriage with Steffi. The addition of Luna to their family could be a major point of tension, and Steffi may be pushed to her breaking point. Not only is she dealing with the fallout from Finn's paternity bombshell, but she's also navigating the complex dynamics of Finn's relationship with Luna's mother, Poppy Nozawa. The situation could become so overwhelming that Steffi may start to question whether she can continue to live with the chaos surrounding Finn's connection to his lunatic relatives, as Steffi might put it. If Steffi does decide that she can't handle the emotional strain any longer, it's possible that she and Finn will part ways. This would undoubtedly catch Liam's attention, especially since Steffi has been a constant in his life. For years, Steffi and Liam shared a deep emotional connection, and Liam never quite let go of his feelings for her. Despite his history with Hope, there's always been an underlying pull towards Steffi that Liam couldn't fully shake. So, if Steffi and Finn's marriage falls apart, could Liam finally have the chance to rekindle what he once had with Steffi? However, the situation is far from simple. If both Hope and Steffi end up single at the same time, Liam could find himself in an incredibly difficult position. With Hope recently rejecting Liam when he tried to reconnect, he might feel hesitant to reach out to her again. On the other hand, Steffi's devotion to Finn has kept her off the market for years, so Liam may feel this is his one opportunity to win back her heart. But who will Liam ultimately pursue? Will he choose the woman he's spent so much time with, Hope, or will he be drawn back to Steffi, the woman who has always held a special place in his heart? The question of who Liam will pursue is one that's bound to keep B&B fans on the edge of their seats. When Liam and Hope divorced, a major factor in their separation was Liam's lingering feelings for Steffi, which Hope had always resented. If Steffi and Finn do indeed split, Liam could find himself in a position to finally go after Steffi without the emotional baggage of their past getting in the way. But this would also open up the door for Hope, who may find herself vulnerable once again after her split with Carter.